Alright, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. So we're going to be doing the T54 lightweight again, and if we die we'll be going to the LT432 again, and these are vehicles that I've just been playing quite a bit. I do have 24 hours of premium, so I think the LT432 will be a good tank to play. I'll probably put on a couple boosters, and yeah, I just unlocked the T100 LT, so I'll be doing that as well. We have the what's it called? Field modifications now for this tank. I don't want to use all this free experience, but this is how I have it set up so far: valves tuning and aiming mechanism tuning, and then I have the secondary thing here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to run binocs, or I'm sorry, optics, binocs, and let's actually add that to slot 1. 539, yeah. So I warmed up with a few games. We played the LT432 very well. I averaged like over 2,000 damage in it over 3 battles, and the T54 lightweight games were wild, man. I was on Prokhorovka and I got outspotted passively by an EBR, by an EBR 90. He came up the bush line, and I didn't spot him until he was proxied, until we were, in each other's proxy. So, I mean, I don't know how this happens. I don't know how an EBR can passively scout even a T54 lightweight. They're active scouts. Crazy stuff, but it happened. And I wasn't running binocs. I only had this one setup, so that could be why we're running. It's still 497 view range, which you think would be more than enough, but I guess not. So here I guess I will just run that. I'm trying to use some of these on this tank, but alright, this is how I have this thing set up, guys. I mean, the crew is pretty decent. Let's throw on some boosters and we'll get into the games. So I'm going to run the free experience and the crew, and we'll go ahead and run. I don't know if this even does anything, like when you hit the experience thing. I guess for the field modifications it'll help, but in terms of like a I know it actually helps experience per se, but I don't know if it helps like crew, is what I'm saying. Like, if you get more experience, does that give more experience to the crew? Because there's a crew booster, and then you have the experience booster, but usually your crew gets the amount of experience that you've received from the battle. So I don't know if that 15% or 50% or 100% actually applies to the crew. That's what I meant to say. That was probably really confusing, but I don't know if it applies to like the crew. Like if you're playing like a premium tank or a tank where you actually don't need the experience to unlock the next thing, is what I mean. Like it doesn't really matter. I think for this map, yeah, this is one. Muravanka is one of those maps where I'm not sure which setup I want to have. I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so on Muravanka, I always come to the mid. I'm hoping these games don't go like the ones that I warmed up to. Like Prokhorovka, we got outspotted by an EBR. And then on Sand River, the south area of that map, like the wide open area, I got YOLO'd by like 6 tanks, and all we had was TDs in the way back to support me. I did get 2,000 spotting damage in like the first minute of the game, but yeah, other than that, look at this, there's nobody here. Am I spotted? No. But yeah, those 2 games, it was just wild, it was just wild. That's all I can really say about it. I'm trying to watch for people to get shots of me from here. So hopefully these are more standard games is what I'll say. Guys, 220 ping. That's wild. Yeah, really no spot? Yeah, no kidding, dude. I think I would spot something other than a 430U here, but apparently not. These guys need to move in. I need to know what's here. Like... Alright, let's see about some side shots here. This is one of those maps where there's no corridors really other than in the mid, so I find it kind of difficult to like find damage at the beginning of the game. T49. This guy has the derp. I need to give him my front plate. He didn't pen, and that's why you don't run that gun, dude. You could run that gun, just don't YOLO people with it like that. Yeah. Shot the turret. That's good. That's why I didn't pen. Alright, I'm considering taking mid. It's just... like, I like taking the mid occasionally, but just whenever you take it in a game this early, like you often get YOLO'd by like a medium or something like that, and that's why I don't want to take it. Though if you don't get shot there, it gives you a lot of damage, like side shots on heavies and stuff like that. But yeah, as it stands right now, if there were a easier way to flank through here, like only the AE phase 1 is unlit, T95 is unlit too. Yeah, that could be dangerous. Like if, because the problem is the Char, the 430, or the Leo 1 could all like YOLO, so into the mid. So you just have to be cautious of that. Like you don't want to like put yourself in harm's way, right? Wow, I would have thought that would go in, but apparently not. Where's this T49? Okay. Oh, sorry, dude. These guys are probably about to YOLO. They're not that fast though. I thought there was still like a Char over there, but I guess they killed him. I wasn't really looking. Alright, I'm about to load APCRs. Gold APCRs, I should say. Okay. 295. Probably going to be spotted taking that. Watch out, Jetta. Okay, I wasn't even lit doing that. Wild. Okay. It's probably because of this other bush here. trying to wait for the Progetto to take his shot first so that we could clean this guy up. Already went blue. Doesn't that mean you have to hit someone like multiple times? Okay. You have to hit one of your teammates multiple times, right? So kind of an odd game. Like, usually you don't get that many shots at people that are pushing in, but yeah, it was the case this time, and we were able to kind of bring that one line back, and you know, we're at 2k damage. It's not awful, and I'm going to go after A phase 1, but what I want to do is kind of take it from this side. I think if we run down the mid like this might be kind of stupid, but we can spot Artie, and he's right here. But yeah, that was my plan, was to spot Artie and then kind of go from there. Do I have a bush I can use from here? So that would be really, really effective. Yeah, I don't want this 430 to flank. I'm feeling that's what he was going to do. So I'm going to run out of here like this, and then get unlit, and I'm going to come back up this way, and if I have to fight the 430U, I will. He's a stronger tank than me, but I don't want him getting to Artie. So I kind of want to be a little passive here, sort of. How the heck did he get around? He must have went really low. Because the whole reason I made this play was so that he didn't do that, but I guess he went like all the way like this. Look at those bush mechanics, man. Look at those bush mechanics at work. Brilliant. I love it. Just gonna wait for my support to get here. No rush. Alright, let's get him. Let's go in for this guy. There you go, you can take the kill. 2,744 damage, 528 assists. I mean, that's not a bad game by any means. 4 kills, guys. I would say that's a good game for me. That is a good game for me. I think we were able to farm a good amount of damage from the one side of this map. So, I forget which side it is now. But opposite the forest. I don't know if that's 9-0 or 1-2. But, yeah, he's blue. That's just weird. He did 2,500 damage, though. Damage to enemy vehicle stunned by this player, 3729. Yeah, he actually had a good game. So, we are doing 2,744 damage, 4 kills, 1,061 experience, 43k we made from it, and we'll go ahead and just apply this. That gives us a ton of experience, and I know that that works for the field modifications, right? Still 8,500. I don't want to spend that. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the second battle, and I'm almost done with this second, what's it called? I'm at 46 on the second, geez, I can't think of the name of it right now, guys, the battle pass. So hopefully we can get that soon. And then the third one, like, it shouldn't be any kind of difficulty to get this because I don't think it ends until sometime in August, I think they said. So I'm the worst person when it comes to keeping up with, you know, like World of Tanks events and stuff. I don't know anything about them, so. Okay. Tundra. Tier 10 matchmaking. I mean, I'm in a tier 9. I mean, I can't really complain about that. Okay. Alright. So... I'm trying to think of where to start, right? Tundra is a map that, for a light tank, is probably one of the worst maps that exists, in my opinion. Like, Ensk, Tundra, Himmelsdorf, all three of these maps are, you know, pretty much the same when it comes to light tanks, because you don't really have to spot anything, right? What I like to do sometimes is come up to this ridge. This is very common. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people do it. You can get an initial shot or two going this way. But instead, what I like to do now is I actually come over here. Well, I'll do both of them. Occasionally I'll do, you know, either or. It depends. Sometimes I'll actually pay attention to the enemy lineup. I really didn't this time. But instead what I do is I come here and I actually wait for shots. And I load APC, I load the gold rounds. And I wait for someone to, like, make a mistake and come, like, through here. Like that. And that's how I get my initial shots. You just have to be cautious because you get spotted whenever you take these shots. Because it's not as far as you, or it's not as far as you would think. You know, you're only like 250 meters away or something like that. And yeah, I just sit here and you'll get people making these plays. Okay. I can't pen an IS-4 frontally, that's the only thing. And we're gonna lose the hill. I already know that. This is a really bad corner to poke, and I'm going to tell you why. T49 might have spotted me, but there's a gap between this bush and the rock, and every time you poke it, you get shot. I keep forgetting that whenever I poke this bush, and I keep poking it thinking that I'm not going to get lit until I fire, and it's never the case. So I'm going to run like this, get as much speed as I can, run through like here, like this, and so I don't get hit by the Progetto, and we're going to run from here. Just watching this T49. Alright. Whenever we lose this hill, it's a problem because I never know how to play when this map once the hill is gone. Okay. Watching the T49. And yeah, they have this hill now, so we really need to get out of here. It becomes way too risky to be anywhere near here when you lose the hill, in my opinion. Like, you can try and poke up maybe like this or something, but I don't know. I'm actually going to try it. Let's see. T49 is about to take this. Yeah, we need map. Like, this is not good. Alright, T49 is going to be here. I'm going to wait here, actually. I might be able to spot him coming down. Yeah. He's not expecting this shot. Oh, I lit him on fire. That's good. Alright, and now we need to run out of here like this. Come this way now. Push the IS-4. Woo! Lucky, lucky, lucky. KPZ, okay, that's fine. And how are we going to play this from here? Come this way, maybe. Dude, like, the way this map works is so dumb. Like, you're not safe to even come, like, all the way over. It's just... this is why I don't like this map at all. And I tell you guys, it's so bad for a light tank. Like, look at this. I can't even come this way, man. I'm getting shot by these guys. Like, I just don't understand the way this map works. I'm trying to... I was trying to get back to here, but I didn't even realize these guys... Like, these guys can poke. You're not safe anywhere. Like, there's TDs here. There's a lane here for people to shoot, there's a lane here, and then when people get this hill, like this whole thing, like the only place you're safe is like over here. So that's where I was trying to get to, but it is what it is. I mean, I can't really do much about that. We did 1431 damage, 160 assist, and I'm trying to think. So next time this happens, I guess I'll run. Actually, I think I thought I was here. Maybe that's why. Like, usually I come to here to defend this, but what I should have done is went this way. It would have opened me up to this a little more, but I think it was just because I was looking back at the IS-4, so instead I went like that. Should have went like that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I would have got maybe a couple more shots, and it would have padded W and 8 maybe, but at this point, like, we weren't going to bring this game back or anything like that. It wasn't like it was a vital mistake, right? So I was going to play the LT432, but I think this game will be over very, very soon, guys. So we're just going to go ahead and wait. And where's this Artie? Here he is. Back here. And he's got the Arnold print. I like that Arnie print. Okay. So, unfortunate. Yeah, I would have liked to get a few more shots of damage, but now you've learned something. I've learned something. Don't come that way. Go that way to get back to the mounds. And yeah, that's how I play that map though, mostly. Like, you just have to find some place to put yourself where you can get shots on people that aren't expecting it. That's really the case for a lot of maps. Like, it's not like that, but on short maps like that, especially Ensk and Himmelsdorf, you have to look for these angles. You have to drive around and look at the map and go, all right, like, say Lova's going this way, T2064 is going this way, and you go, all right, I got a shot in Lova, next shot is going to be into the T2064. You have to look at it almost like a board game. Like, you go like, all right, shot here, and you calculate things, like, depending on where people are going to be at what time, based on how they've been spotted on the map. And I really like doing that if it works out, right? Like, if it's one of those games where you're just going through the corridors and you're like whipping a shot here, whipping a shot there, it's fun. But at the same time, like, that's not really what light tanks are made for. They're made for spotting. So, but that's how you can make it work. That is how you can make it work. And I had a really good game on Himmelsdorf in either this or the LT432, and I will show that soon. I have so many videos. I have weeks worth of videos, guys, that are going to take me a while to, get up. But I will do it nonetheless. Am I the only light tank here? No, there's another light tank. What I like to do, and you could say whatever you want about this, as long as there's another light tank, I will play the 1, 2, 3 ABC area. And the reason for this is because I feel, and this might just be my opinion, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact, that whoever wins this hill wins the game. Like 90% of the time, it's the case, I swear. I've rarely seen it happen any other way, so that is my assumption, and that is what I stand by. So I come up here. Hopefully I'm not spotted by someone that's going to poke over here, and I wait for someone to do this. The problem is you have no gun depression with this tank, so you might get hit from over here, which I hope doesn't happen, but yeah, I actually don't like this. Like, the gun depression is just really bad. I didn't think it would be this bad, but it is. You just didn't spot me here. Did they send nobody up here, or what the heck? Like, everyone's going that way? Okay. So from here, we're going to take this, and we will have shots at the lightweight, who's on cap. Okay. Yeah, this angling is really freaking weird, man. It's really weird. Okay. What was he? Air raid. Okay. Here we go. Oh, man. And now the big boys arrive, and now we're going to be in trouble. I'm going to run from here, actually. If I take a shot from the E100, it's okay. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Ah, Skoda's coming this way. Yeah, this is a problem, man. We need to get the frick out of here. Like, out of nowhere, the super heavies showed up, and I should have looked at that. They have mouse and E100, and these guys take a while to get to the hill. But right now, we're not going to be able to do anything with that. I would assume we're going to lose the hill, so I'm just, at this point, going to probably stay in this area. I don't know if that went in or not. The 122 TM is making a bad play for how quickly he's leaving here, because now I don't have shots at these guys. Alright, there's IS-3A. Yeah. And these shots are slim, man. Shouldn't be spotted taking these shots, not yet at least. Trying to focus on who I can actually pen. Okay. Actually, I'm going to keep gold rounds loaded at this point. Alright, my first shot has to be at someone I can pen. So we're going to wait for that. Am I spotted here? No. I think it's just a blind shot. Mouse. Ooh, I thought I was a little further back. Have the rock protect me, but alright, that's what we can get out of that. And this is what you're doing if there's a stomp. My gosh, on this map. You just have to try and get as many shots as you can as people run down the hill, and then retreat to, you can retreat to this rock, or you can come back here. I come back to this rock because I feel like you can poke at this angle, but then when people start pushing in, then you have kind of this angle too, so we were able to get 1,300 damage out of that. I mean, it's not awful, but yeah, look at this. Yeah, I'm reporting this guy. I know you're trying to be funny, but like, come on, dude. No, I'm not gonna do that. Whatever, you know what? It was last. I would do that if it was a close game, but I thought about it for a second though, man. Like, dude's full HP, man. Like, at least try. I would only ever do that, even on my old account, if I was like an Artie or something, you know. But still, I wouldn't just run off the cliff. I would take a shot and then fall back off of it or something like that. We lost 66k out of that too, man. Brutal. Okay, what can you do, man? 461 assists, 1,333 damage, and yeah, over 3 battles, what are we at? 1836 damage, 449 assists. All right. Let's play one more. We're at 31 minutes, and let's see how it goes. It's not a bad session so far, you know. I like to get at least, like, I would say I'm averaging about 1,400 damage in this tank, a little more. So if I'm not doing at least 1,300 in a game, like, that's like the bare minimum for me to be at least somewhat satisfied, is 1,300 damage. But if it's a map like Proc or Malinovka where I have to do spotting, then that's okay. Like, if I only get a few shots of damage off, but I do like thousands of spotting, that's also okay. But on these maps, like, you know, Tundra, you know, like, what are we going to spot, you know? You spot the dirt? I don't know. Like, there's nothing to spot on Tundra. And I swear, man, some people will still say, like, even on Himmelsdorf, they'll be like, light tank, what are you doing? And I'm like, the fuck do you mean, what am I doing? Like, dude, it's Himmelsdorf. What do you want me to spot? I'm doing damage, you know? So the only time that becomes the case is if it's like 2v2 or something at the very end and you need to spot that line opposite of the hill on Himmelsdorf or something, but yeah, rarely the case. Let's do that. I'm really, really bad at Serene Coast. I've never been good at this map. I don't know what it is. I'm just really bad. I'm just really bad on Serene Coast. This midline always confuses me, and like the 1, 2, 3 areas, I just never know what to do on this map. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna hope that nobody spots me. Yeah, and we're spotted here, probably by T49. It's my roommate. My roommate clowning around. Alright, I'm gonna try and get in this bush. Fosh. Okay. Conway's here. So I'm trying to think, it must have been the T49 that spotted us. I wonder if he's like right here. He could be like right here, right? Because people are getting a lot of shots over here as well. I don't think like the Conway would have the view range to spot from here. It's unlikely. But we do get 3,200 damage, and in this case, this is what I mean about getting a lot of spotting damage. Like, if I can get a crap ton of spotting damage, I don't feel like I need as much damage, right? Alright, we're going to get out of here now. I'm going to retreat like so. And I'm going to come all the way back, just in case T49 is lurking in the mid. He still hasn't been spotted. This is probably completely unnecessary, but it's what I'm going to do. And we're going to push with the Sheridan. Okay. Ooh. I didn't think he'd be able to spot. Oh, it was one. Oh, it was the AMX. I think that lit me. And this is what I mean about the mid guys. Like, you poke up to try and take one shot, and that's it. Like, you get whacked. Like, that's all my HP right there. And this is why I just don't really like playing this, because it's just so risky. Like, the way this ridgeline works, there's no safe way to pop up on this ridgeline and take shots. You pay for it severely. And look, this is what I mean. Like, now I'm in a situation where I'm a one-shot to everything on the map just because of that one poke. And yeah, it's kind of almost like Prokhorovka, right? Like, you have to be really careful about the middle of this map. It's just the way it works. Was I not spotted from that? I don't think I was. Okay. Wasn't sure about that shot, but... Alright, so as these people retreat, it's easy to get shots into them. And this is what you're doing. If you make a really severe mistake like I just did, I mean, it was a big mistake. What you have to do is then play as like a TD. That's basically what you do. I feel like a lot of light tanks will get to be a one shot, and then they'll still try and push in and like make all these other mistakes that get them killed because you're a one shot, right? So now at this point, like, if I had more HP, I might push the E4, you know. But now I make sure that this guy fires. I make sure there's no one back here, which it just looks like the 261 is back here at this point. Everyone's lit, so we're fine. I'm going to clean him up, and then I can flank the E4. But yeah, you just have to be really careful about where people have their guns. And now look, we were down to a one shot with no damage, and we're at 1200 damage. And like, that's good, right? Like, that's good enough for me. Trying to get to this E4. He's lit on fire. Okay. Low standards for the Leo 1. Where is this guy? I'm just going to go after the E100. I feel like we can get more damage out of this. Load gold. He's turning that way. We're going to go this way. And there we go, 1752 damage, 3452 assists, and yeah, when we first took those hits, I wasn't sure that if I was going to do more than a few shots of damage, but this is how you're making it work, you know? Let your team push in. If you're a one-shot, let your team push in. Start playing basically as a TD for a little while until you're sure you can flank and not take any more damage and stuff. So, not a bad session. Yeah. 1752. This is the game that's going to boost our spotting a little bit for the combined score. But 1,815 damage, 1,200 assists. I would say this is like average to good for me. We'll say good. Good session. And we are combined getting about 3,000. So yeah, this is about what I would expect out of a session. Like, if I can get high 2,000s combined, that's like average to me. I would say, depending on the matchmaking. Like, really, it's very dependent on the matchmaking. If you get like Himmelsdorf and Ensk back to back, these are always the maps that I use as an example. Don't expect to have hardly any assist damage, or you boost it just by tracking people. Like I tried to do the E100 there. Just try and track people. That's all you can do. Anyway, we're at 85% on the mark. I don't think I'm ever going to 2-mark this thing. Tier 9 is pretty difficult to 2-mark, but that's it, guys. So 4 games, and yeah, let's just take one more look at everything here. so you guys can see it. 1.75 ratio for number of vehicles destroyed. We had a WTR rating, which takes into account assist damage of 5740. That's decent. 50% win rate, and yeah, we actually didn't spot a lot of vehicles, but that's all good. 1.69 damage caused received. That's also very important. It shows a good player when you have a good ratio of damage caused to received. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, and bye-bye now.